Okay, this training video is going to be making sure you have all of your information in there on your client, but adding reservations to your one trip and making sure you have a hard copy of all of them. I've already got most of that done in here so that you can see how it's supposed to be, but I will be showing you mainly how to add the hard copies in here. So the first thing we're going to do is go over, this is a trip that I have going on this month where they're going on an Alaskan cruise. I have all the family members that are included in it, and then I have their address in Woodward, Oklahoma. Now, if you see down here, I don't have any credit card information on these clients. And that is because the clients have not paid for anything. The owner of White's Welding in Oklahoma is paying for the entirety of the trip. Actually, they've already paid for it. So this was something that they did for a employee of theirs. So none of their credit card information is included in there because they did not pay for it. So that is the only reason that is not included in there. We're going to go over here to the trips, and we're going to see that they only have one trip in our system, and that is the Riggs Alaskan Family Vacation. So I'm going to click on the ID number, and I'm going to come down, and you see we have all of the family members checked off that's going on it. This is the information on the actual trip, not the reservations, but the trip. Everything's already paid in full. This is a family vacation. It's not linked to anybody, and this is the total amount spent all together. The payment due date was originally on this date, and the trip date starts for this package on June 20th. Now, if you see down here, everything here is all linked to this one trip. Because there are excursions included, each excursion has their own booking number. I entered them separately on there. The air was done separately, and I did that through Centrav. This was through FunJet. I can't even remember what that was on. And then their insurance, and then the actual cruise itself. All of this is in there, and all of these numbers add up to this number right here. All of this is the expected commission on those. So you need to make sure you've got all of your information in. If you have a reservation that's not entered in and that money comes in, we don't have anybody to pay it to. So always make sure you have all of the reservations in. And then even if you have a reservation that you're not getting anything paid to you on for commission, enter it in anyways, because it will show that your sales and the agency sales have an increased volume. So if you do a package for your flights, and let's say you booked them yourself on AmericanAirlines.com, you're not going to have any commissions with those, but you want to show that you've done those sales so that it shows that you have a higher volume. So under trip payments, I've got just 2 in here, and the reason I don't have one for each individual thing is because at the time when I was entering all of this, they were having a problem with the vacation CRM site, and it kept doubling and tripling some of the things, and so I had to just go in there and take everything out and just put in this number, and that's how we got that. So down here on the attached files, right now it's showing we only have one file, and that is for all of these excursions. So let's say I have a question or a discrepancy on something, and I need to go in and look at the shore excursions and find out what this payment is that I've got, or let's say they didn't do all of them and one of them got refunded back. I need to go in there and see what it is so that I don't pay you on it. So I go in here and let's say the refund amount was $163.60. So I'm going to go down here and I see, oh, okay, that's the ATV adventure, and that was canceled on there. So I will need to go in under that shore excursion and then enter that it was canceled, and then they will be refunded back their money. Now we need to attach the other files for the other stuff. And what I have done is I've gone in, and I do this on all of my clients for every booking, is I make a hard copy for everything. So we've got, and everything that you put in there, I always try to have everything as a PDF because I run into less problems that way. So I'm going to go up there and just attach all of those. And then I'm going to attach some more. There's the insurance. And then that one. And then I had one more. Okay, I have all of those in there now. Now I'm going to press save. Okay. I've saved all of their tickets. So even though I have their excursions up here and all of that, so let's say for their half-day fishing, they call me and I am at the store or whatever, and they've lost their information and they need their ticket information. I can pull this up here and send this straight to them. Or if there's any discrepancies on, for an example, they thought that the transportation was going to pick them up at the pier or whatever, then they could come in here and go, okay, well, this was supposed to pick us up, but they never showed up. Okay, right here, this tour includes round trip transportation. So if they never show up, then this would be something that we could claim insurance-wise because it wasn't their fault that they missed the trip. Insurance, go right there to view. It shows what they've paid, their policy information, and all of that. That's a copy that I send the clients. Also, the actual booking with the cruise line. This is the agent, and it shows the commission. You want to have a hard copy of everything. This is the guest copy. So if they ask again, hey, you know, can you send us a copy of our booking confirmation for the cruise? Sure. You go straight to it. You don't have to go searching through everything in your email. And I make sure that when I label it in my folder under the booked itineraries, that it's pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. Now I have all of that information in there. It shows the total for everything. I have every reservation, everything that had a separate booking number is up there. The payments, and I may try to go back in sometime today and enter in all of the correct numbers and dates on there because it would not allow me to do it before. And now I have all the attached files. We need to have these on every booking, whether it's something that you put in for commission or not. This shows proof of actual sales And this also gives us a hard copy with easy access to where if there's any discrepancies or questions on anything, it's easy to go to. Reminders. This is where I would want to go in and say, I'm going to assign this to myself, and they get back, I think, a week after here. So I'm going to put July 2nd, and I'm going to put contact client and see how trip was, ask for pictures, and send review links so that they can put reviews on my services and the agency services on Google and Facebook and all of that. And I'm going to save, and then on my dashboard is going to put it in under my agent reminders. And that is it. So make sure you've got all of this information in, and that on you have all of the people that are linked to the specific trip, and that under the profile you have their contact information, their email, phone number, and then it'll show on here I only have one correspondence with them, and this is when I sent the original with everything included in there. But I have copies of the actual emails that was sent back and forth with the man who paid for everything in his agency, and I've got that taken out just so that when these clients decide in the future to book, we don't have credit card information and correspondences linked to another individual in there. So if you have any questions, holler at me. Thanks.